Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. I am so glad you could jump up on my wood. Today it's going to be a good day because I'm joined by a good friend. I'll introduce him in a minute. There's no shows on Fridays anymore. The Morning Wood is 4 days a week now, so every now and again I may do one special show, but we'll see. Uh, at the end of the show, as always, you can ask questions and tip through the show, and I'll read your messages at the end of the show. We have a stream goal of $70. Make it happen, you sexy bastards. Okay, about to introduce the panel, and it looks like I'm the only one that's going to be on camera today because Paul's ego's here. Hey, Paul Ego.
Hey, hello. You're probably better off looking at a mushroom cloud than my stupid fucking face.
I started to wear my sunshades in your honor, but those motherfuckers are too dark.
Yeah, I'm always fighting with that shit because I feel like even on lower brightnesses with all the settings right, my monitors are too bright for my fucking eyes, but sunglasses too dark. I need something halfway in the middle, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Shade glasses, that's what I need.
Shade glasses. We're also joined by Animancer. What's happening, homie?
Hey, what the fuck's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good morning.
You see how I try to be cool? What the fuck's up, bro? Anyways,
I'm edgy. I'm gangster.
We're also joined by my Australian lover, the beautiful RedEye.
You know, mate.
Get out of my... Australian men do have sexy voices.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, they do. Like, there's something about Australia. People that come from there, like, I know there's some ugly fucks in Australia, but you have a way higher chance of being super hot if you're from Australia.
Yeah, the women over there, god damn.
Dude. Like, all of them, dude. There's, like I said, you got a higher role to be, like, sexy if you're born in Australia. Just the way it is.
What is it, RedEye? What do y'all got running in your water over there, homie?
It's just all the vicious animals. Everyone it's life's cheap. Life's a bit cheap, and everyone just fucks before they die.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it makes sense, too. Like, everything is harsher, so only the hot survive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Survival. Then I would definitely survive over there.
Well, I mean,
nobody agreed with me here.
I mean, because none of us would survive either, so we're all lamenting the same shit.
But I'm pretty, Paul.
Oh well, you're gorgeous, but that's why you've got the camera on, and we're all just symbols.
I do have the eyes. The only thing I have physically attractive about me is the eyes.
They tear out your eyes and put them on display, Pimpmunk.
That's true. The rest of me is just fucking horrible, fat, flabby, no dick. It's so sad, dude. I have a sex change every time I take a fucking shower.
Man, I feel your pain. I've come to a level of acceptance with my lumpy ass, tiny dicked body. You know what I mean? I'm pushing 40 now. I'm getting up there.
I just turned 41.
Right. So I'm not far behind you.
Your fucking river.
RedEye's like 107 over there. Marshall's supposed to be here, so he may be joining late.
No, but, dude, Marshall's probably you know what I mean, having some late nights lately. He's been a busy boy, you know what I mean?
He's been banging a little Canadian chick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
I love Marshall, and he's young, right? You know, he's real young. So I like to fuck with him and talk about like his girl wants me and stuff, and get him all pissed off, and he gets all mad and shit. I'm like, yeah, she wants me.
Marshall should have never shown you his underbelly with that, because now you bring it up all the time.
Oh yeah, dude, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, look, people like me, Paul, TJ, anybody, if you show us the weakness, we're gonna eat that shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what we do. Like that's our job, is to like sense that. You know, at least if not, go after it immediately. You know.
Yeah. He sent me a message with it, and then he said he apologized. He's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry."
Well, I know how that is, though, dude. I've seen how they are on Twitter, man. And I gotta tell you, if I didn't love Marshall and know him personally, I'd have unfollowed his ass for a while. I'd have given him like a 3-month break so he could do this lovey-dovey shit.
Oh, shit. But the thing is, though, I try to explain to him afterwards. I'm like, dude, I'm 41. She's like a baby. She looks like a child. I'd feel like a pedophile even if I talked to her. So,
I wish him the best of luck, because Marshall's a cool dude.
He's one of the coolest, man. He's one of the coolest.
He and I got to chill at the DFF meetup. We chilled for quite some time, just on the back porch of the place I was staying and just talking. He chain smoked.
I think I'm gonna get to meet him the first time in February. I think he's gonna still try to come. I'm doing a little pimp gathering in Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, he's twice as sexy in person. I'm just warning you.
It's true.
Yeah, he's got that little porn stash going on now too. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to rub my balls on it.
Whoa.
Well, that reminds me, boss. Tell me again how you lost the files to that fucking song.
I'm getting so sick of people bitching at me about this. Well, okay, what happened was me and Marshall was working on a rap song together.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I wrote some badass lyrics.
It's really fucking good.
Well, you got see. That's the thing about Pimpmunk is like, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but you got a little bit of flow to you. You're one of the rare.
Too, Paul.
You're one of the Well, game recognized game. You know what I mean? You're one of the rare white folk that was born with a little bit of rhythm in you. You know what I mean? So I can, and Marshall's got good beats, so I can tell this is going to be a fire track. But what happened?
Well, see, what happened was, I got a new computer and everything. And I lost the fucking file. I lost the lyrics, and I can't remember shit. Right?
Damn.
I'm the type of motherfucker can't remember nothing. So Marshall's gonna have to resend me the song, and I'm gonna have to like write the song to as best as I can remember.
Again, yeah, you're gonna have to dig deep again. Oh man,
you have to put that weed joke in there. Do you remember the fucking? Because the little bit that I heard, you made a really good fucking joke about weed and hippies and some shit.
Yeah, talking about me. I was something like, fat white boy from Mississippi smoking on that dope like a '60s hippie.
Nice.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I like it.
We were gonna shoot a video in Atlanta too, where we're gonna have fat chicks and.
You always gotta have that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hire models and shit. Like I'm gonna have some skinny chicks and some fat chicks.
Oh yeah, you got to get a mix.
Yeah, because I can't fuck fat chicks though, and it's nothing to do with fat chicks. I love fat women, but I'm really fat. So
there's a clash of fatness that
just doesn't work physically. Yeah,
you can't pregnate a belly button.
I call it the Tetris paradox.
Yeah, you got a fat dude needs a skinny chick. It fits like a puzzle.
Well, while we're on the topic of things that Pimpmunk is probably sick of hearing about, but it's been a minute since I talked to you, so I gotta bring it up. I heard through the grapevine that you had yourself a long winter's nap on stream.
Yeah. What happened was I was really fucking high.
Yeah.
Pimp likes his, and that ain't no fucking maraca.
Uh-huh.
Pimp likes that, and Pimp really likes kratom. So I had kratom, and I had those, and I don't know what else I had in me.
Had a damn good time.
Yeah, you were shuffling a couple of decks of cards together then. So you were. Yeah,
I was fucked up, and I was sleepy, and I just passed the fuck out.
Hey, it happens, dude. Yeah. Hey, when you're in front of the camera like this a lot and you do a lot of intimate type of streaming where you're just talking to people and you're just chilling and you ain't always trying to be all up and shit. You're just socializing. You know what I mean? That's just going to happen. I'm
by yourself. Yeah, you're just quiet.
I'm dead shocked it ain't happened to me yet. I've been waiting for the day where I'd nod off during one of mine.
And I would have left the stream up. But the thing about it is, somehow I got up and walked off and went to sleep on the couch, and my mom came in and cleaned the room up, and she was on camera. I can't have that.
Yeah, understood, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've always been real careful about keeping Mama, at least her image. She's participated. I've heard her voice a few times, and you've interviewed her a few times, and that's cool. But my mom is the same way.
Yeah, my mom wanted to be on camera, but she
well, especially when we were doing DP, more kind of guest oriented stuff, I begged my mom to come on that. She would be perfect, man. I was just like, my mom would just light it up on this show, but she does not want it. She's like, I don't want that. I don't want people knowing me. And it's like, all right.
My mom's like a natural.
That makes sense. Yeah.
My mom's a naturally comedic. She makes me laugh, and that's hard to do.
Yeah. I'm sure you had to get it from somewhere, right?
Yeah, I got it from my mom.
The best bit was one. What was it? I forget what it was. It was several months ago when Pimp was giving his mum a bit of shit, and about a minute later, you just see a fucking mop come from off camera and swat fucking Pimp. Stop beating me, mama! Stop beating me!
Yeah, I told her she birth raped me. She didn't ask. She didn't ask me for permission to give birth to me, and because that's a thing.
Right, yeah.
And I started yelling, "You birth raped me, mother!" And then she hit me with a mop.
Sounds like we got similar moms.
Yeah, dude, I was raised by a hippie, dude. I've talked about that many times. My mom smoked pot. My mom was her best friend was a black gay dude.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to wake up in the morning and see a black gay dude sitting at the coffee table,
Yeah, I was lucky that way too. My mom, I don't know if it was her best friend, but she had good friends from work, and one of them was just this flamboyant black gay dude. And I was glad to be, honestly, to be exposed to that as a young age and see that he was just a normal dude and chill with him and party with him and eat with him, and you know what I mean? Because I never had a spark of that homophobia shit. It just
exactly, same here.
I participated in the 90s kind of edge with that, calling everybody faggot and this, that. I'm sorry to say that on your channel. I don't want to get you pulled.
Oh, everybody is a faggot.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I don't know how strict you are with your language over here since you're...
Oh, not at all.
Okay, then faggot.
And Negro.
I still love that word. That word is like, you're not supposed to use that word anymore. Yeah. And for me, that word was just like, dude. Back in the day, like it was something you called your friends, it was something you called your enemies, it was an all-purpose word that had nothing really to do with being gay. It had as a genesis in that, and I understand the ugliness of that. I understand why people point at it, but when I'm using that word,
you're not
thinking that. And I feel like one day I'm going to be looked at as one of these guys, like, trying to defend the N-word and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, when I say it, I don't mean that. It just means ignorant person. So maybe I will be like that someday, but it's tough.
I'm already like that.
You still feel well. You're a Southerner. You're a born and bred Southerner, and that's a.
But you think you're talking about some of these words. Like, I mean, not necessarily the N word, because the N word I get, but like faggot, it's like son of a bitch. You're not really calling somebody's mama a bitch,
right? Right. Yeah, I get. I totally agree, and I hate that the word is lost because I mean it's a useful word. Sometimes somebody's just acting like a faggot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Animancer.
Wow.
Yeah, always a fucking faggot, man.
I swear to God, Pimpmunk only brings me on this show to be like, hey, let me take a shit on this guy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We do that with Stevie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's on purpose, but Stevie
just natural.
Yeah, he just orients himself and ends up being the focus of a lot of the heat.
Well, I'm there. I mean, fuck, people talk shit about me all the time. I don't give a fuck.
Well, you got to learn to, like, me too. And you got to roll with the punches to a certain extent. But
dude, if you're going to be on the internet, you're going to be a fucking meme.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
But, like, it gets I mean,
tiresome. There was one dude who created a meme about me, something about a cigguras.
I've never heard of that before. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I missed that one. I don't know.
Did you miss that one?
I missed that one. I don't know.
You know how many times a day I still hear that shit?
Dude, and see, here was the thing. I was on, like, when I was on that show at that time, like, that was kind of near probably peak viewership of the show. I mean, we were somewhere around there. And there were so many people watching, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I had totally tuned myself out and focused on just making the show funny and interacting with the guys, because thinking that, like, oh, there's 5,000 people watching this.
And you knew I could take it.
120,000 or 150,000. Yeah, and I was just riffing on you. I did not think that your life was going to become cigguras for the next fucking 6, you know what I mean? But I saw you struggling with that shit. Like, people will talk about that. Like, somebody came in my Discord the other day and was chilling in there, and it was like, yeah, Pimpmunk banned me a while ago because I asked him what brand of cigarettes he smoked.
That's not true, though. That's the thing. People don't realize. No, but people don't realize I was playing along.
Right.
Trying to anyway, but now when you, like I have said this before, it's funny, but when you hear it 100 times a day, it does get annoying.
Right. Oh yeah, dude.
But it's not like that. I was
my salty thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll forever be like, I can't go anywhere. I'm not looking at your chat right now, but I guarantee you, if I pulled over there and scrolled up, somebody has dropped a salty Paul. It's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens.
So I've embraced it. I actually like it. Salty Paul flows nicely off the tongue. If that, and if that's the name that the people have given me, then whatever. I'll go with it.
Yeah.
I am a salty fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
It gets to a point where it doesn't even fucking. It's just a thing. It doesn't matter.
It's literally just like an inside joke at some point.
Yeah. And I try to create memes about myself because hell, if they're quoting you, talking about you.
They remember you.
They're
true.
thinking about you and they're remembering you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing. And yeah, I'm cool with it. But it's all YouTube shit. And speaking of YouTube shit, I try to make a segue there.
Nice.
You guys recently lost your channel or strike or whatever.
We got a strike, so the channel's still up, but no live streaming for 3 months unless our appeal goes through, which we'll see. They have different options when somebody finds copyrighted content on your channel. They've got different options, and most of the time nowadays, you see the companies and people that want to get money for their copyrighted material. They use the option of just taking all the money you made from that video. And that's one thing. Sucks. But this person, whoever struck us this time, did it manually. And they did the most harsh option of that, which was to completely remove the video and initiate an actual copyright strike on our channel. So we're sitting on a channel where we do a lot of live streaming, not able to live stream on it. It's a total nightmare, dude. YouTube is a total fucking nightmare.
They got me this last time for hate speech for a video I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. And I was watching one of PewDiePie's videos the other day, and he does the meme shit, but someone's come up with a fucking workaround how to fuck YouTube and this whole system at their own game. And the suggestion was, next time you upload a video, PewDiePie, put something of your girlfriend on there doing something, and then get her to copyright strike it, because the first person to get in gets the bite of the chunk. And the other thing that's done, Jim Sterling was doing it. He'd put multiple different sorts of music on there, so all of the companies would strike him at once, and none of them get anything at that point. So there's two ways to sort of fuck YouTube at their own game, but you kind of fucking yourself at the same time. But it stopped. That first thing with the idea with PewDiePie's was it stops other people from fucking with you at least.
Yeah, I mean, that would work for people that have this established, like, super big fan base, and they've got
it's true,
like a really big, because like we gave up on ad revenue. Like at DFF, we don't even really consider it. I mean, it's nice when we get it. Every once in a while, a video will go through and we get a little extra money, but the vast majority of our videos are demonetized for one reason or another. And that's why we kind of pushed so heavily towards Patreon, because it was just like, look, if we're gonna keep doing this fucking shit, the people that watch us are gonna have to help, because we can't rely on fucking YouTube anymore. They're not taking care of the people that make them their money.
It's true. Ad revenue is so fucking pitiful on YouTube. I remember back a few years back when YouTube used to give people a fair wage for what they actually got in viewers. I remember that time. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
And Patreon and all that shit, that was supplementary. But now YouTube has put the burden of everything onto the fucking fans. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was listened to a live stream. Rags was on there the other day, talked about one of his videos being struck down, the one where he talked about Angry Joe, and when he was talking about people from the right and conservatives, he was putting shit on them, using negative sort of terms and shit. And they struck Rags' videos down because he put Angry Joe, you done fucked up, used Angry Joe's catchphrase, but sort of edited the word fuck so there was symbology in it instead of fucking letters.
Right.
YouTube, he appealed it, and he actually got to talk to someone at fucking YouTube, an actual person, had them on the phone, and he said, could you review this video and tell me why it's gone down? And they said, oh, it's because of the title. You got to remove that edited fucked out of the title. And here's the problem, though. Go and watch Angry Joe's video. The first thing he says in the video is, you're done fucked up. So he can say it. That video of Joe's is monetized. But Rags got fucking demonetized, and he used an edited text version of the word in the title of the video. Demonetized. Joe says fucked in the video, straight through. It's a two-tier system.
Well, we're all YouTubers in here to a certain extent. And I hate to tell you guys this, but YouTube is now a platform that's pushing, like, it wants to be. You guys remember what TV was?
Yeah.
Back when you had the rabbit ears?
Yep.
That's what YouTube is put. It wants to be digital TV.
Yeah.
It wants to be family friendly, milk toast, middle of the road, homogenous content that's all good for kids to watch and all good for teens to be positive about. And And we're not in there anymore. They like our type of content where we're talking about real shit that's going on. We're talking about real lives and we're having real conversations. That type of shit is not supported here anymore. They don't want to monetize it.
Comedy's dead on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Guess who the biggest money earner was in 2018 on YouTube? It was a 7-year-old kid doing unboxing videos of the toys and those fucking eggs. 7 years old. 20. What did he get? The
22 million.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
22 million
was high. He made more money than fucking PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie was low on the list because now PewDiePie's acting more like an adult, and they don't want that.
Well, yeah, and PewDiePie has this history too of being demonetized and having all this controversy. So he's on quote unquote the list. It's the list that trolls and shit will tell you doesn't exist when you bitch about being demonetized.
But it exists.
Oh yeah, he's on the list along with a lot of the rest of us. You know, you make a certain kind of content and you are you're just put on the shelf basically. And you get drips and drabs. You get the fucking leftovers. You don't get the same rates as everybody else does.
No, because, dude, I mean, for a minute there, back in the day, I was actually kind of like growing really fast, a lot. And then all of a sudden, it just hit. Oh, yeah. And every time, I get a little footing, it seems like something happened. I get suspended. I get my channel taken away for 3 months and stuff like that. And like I said, 3 times, twice this year, 8 months of this year, I have been off. I cannot live stream on my main channel.
I can't stand how the first thing YouTube does when they have a problem or give like a copyright strike is take away someone's streaming, because it punishes so much channels that have like a podcast style format. That's how the majority of people, like a lot of people, make their money through Streamlabs, super chats, that type of shit. That involves, having a live format. To take that away just takes out a huge chunk of revenue. And if you're not already giving them shit for ad revenue, like how do you expect these people to go on?
And I got to tell you, man, and I'm not like trying to dog on super chat based stuff, but I got to, it is the worst way to it's like being a fucking street busker or something, man. You're reduced as a fucking guy that's trying to keep things moving, right? Trying to keep a show tight and fresh and the conversation flowing. You're reduced to a dude basically with his hat out on the street that has to say, "Oh, thank you very much," and read every little and talk with every little person, stop the performance. You know what I mean? It sucks. Like, but it really is it's one of the only avenues to.
And then they take 30% of that.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, well, that's if you go through the super chat.
Yeah, shit. I don't do the super chat. Fuck that shit. I do, Patreon, Streamlabs, or just straight PayPal shit.
I mean, I don't blame you, but
I mean, look, and like you said, it kind of sucks to have to do that, but you have to do that.
Yeah. What else? What other choice do you have other than to use the tools?
This is the choice we've made. This is our job. I mean, look, I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but this is the choice I made, and I do all right, especially for a smaller YouTuber. I mean, I've always said this: for a smaller YouTuber, I do better than most.
Yeah.
But you have to do that.
You've also got better connections than most smaller YouTubers.
That's
but I mean, true. That's the game, though. That's the game.
That's what really matters. Yeah.
YouTube is all about who you know. So
I've said that. I've said that a million times. I know a lot of big people, bigger YouTubers, so that actually helps because in today's YouTube world, subscribers don't mean shit.
Oh no, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, to a certain extent, would I turn down 200,000 subscribers right now? No, but because it does mean more eyes.
It's like a merit badge more than anything.
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
When it comes to making money, though, you're absolutely right. Those numbers now are flux and flexible, and you don't have to worry about them the way that you I have
a hardcore fucking. They may be small, but they're hard fucking core. And plus, I've got people. Some of my fans are, pretty not doing bad for themselves. So
sure,
that helps. And so
that's part of this.
Yeah.
I was talking about this the other day, and I don't mean to spin off into a whole different thing, but
go right ahead.
Back in the day, it was very common, and it still is for artists. I'm not saying we're artists, but people that create things to have patrons, not the website version, but the actual rich dude that likes what you do, that supports what you do.
Yeah.
And that relationship is coming back. with people like us.
Yeah.
That are making shows and making alternative news and making these kind of alternate outlets for people to get their information from. We're starting to be, like that kind of relationship is starting to be established, and it's nothing but a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I completely agree. We have to have that, and it works. And if people want to come over here and bitch, well, you guys take tips. Well, of course we fucking do.
Look, we're working a job where the bottom fell out of the money trough a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we've committed ourselves to doing this. And the only way that we've been able to continue doing that is through the virtue of our fans helping us out.
Absolutely. And if and people are like, well, y'all don't really, I got this discussion the other day. I'm like, come on here and do 3 hours by yourself.
Yeah.
And tell me it's not fucking hard.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It's hard to keep, people's attention
and be entertaining for that long.
Yeah.
It's a talent that you have to hone. And
so that's why I usually just whip out my dick.
Well, there you go. I mean, step one, whip out your dick.
You gotta whip out your
Is
dick.
that why you're moving over to chatterbait with some
Yeah, because I have this I used to have a small cock, but now I have a huge one.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you pick that
Oh, yeah.
up?
Show us, Pimpmunk. Show us.
Oh, yeah, let me see this thing.
Yeah,
Whip
see
it
it.
out.
Oh, shit. You can't show that on YouTube, Pimpmunk. Holy
this is
shit.
educational. Educational.
Oh, okay.
This penis right here, this is a penis, ladies and gentlemen. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
inserted into the woman's vagina or the man's butthole.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the woman's butthole.
Uh-huh.
Or any kind of object you want to
Or any orifice. You can get creative with it.
Wait a second, boss. You told me that was novelty lip balm the other day and just to rub it all over my lips. What the fuck, man?
God damn, you got some big ass fucking lips.
God damn.
But damn. Now I did a little Twitter video the other day with that saying I was watching porn and had that big dick easily.
Oh, yeah, those were really funny. That made me chuckle.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, now I'll probably get fucking kicked off because of the penis.
It was educational. You were just giving education. Lacey Green doesn't kicked off for that shit.
No, it's novelty lip balm.
I've seen her putting condoms on fruit and stuff.
Yeah, shit.
And hell,
Don't call Chris Ray gun fruit. That's not very nice.
And Rebsion's still on. He ain't nothing but a penis.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if he was joking or serious yesterday. I did the pictures with the big dick there, and he said, why? And I said, why not? No, somebody said, why not? And I said, exactly. And a couple of people went in and said the same thing. He's like, I'm getting pissed off at this conversation.
About what? Reptilian is a strange duck, dude.
And some dude said, well, you started it, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if he was serious or not, because me and Repsion has this kind of like rocky relationship.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, at times I want to strangulate that little fucker till his eyeballs pop out. And then at times I really like him.
Yeah.
He lied about me one time, said I stank.
Oh, dude, I will vouch for that, Pimpmunk. I ain't never smelled. I've been around you a bunch of times. You stayed at my place.
And he was there
Yeah.
when Repsion was there too, so he can attest to it.
Yeah, no, dude. I ain't never smelled no foul odor come off a Pimpmunk. He smells sweet.
You may smell like cigarettes. You may smell cigarettes.
Well, yeah, but that ain't foul odor to me. He's saying you stink. That means you got some booty stank.
Yeah.
Or something. I ain't never smelled nothing like
the thing about that is, as I actually see, I always carry like a cologne with me. I even carry this shit right here. This game to spray on my clothes to get the cigarette smell out because I respect people.
Well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And on top of that, and I'm just this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fat dude. We got to be extra careful and extra clean and shit to make sure that we don't smell like a big old BO factory and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm on top of that shit.
Because when you sweat, your body produces scents.
Yeah, dude. So I'm on top of that shit. I don't
smell like sex.
Yeah, dude. I just smell good. I want anybody that hugs me to come away going, God damn, that smells good. And that's what I shoot for. I get the hair smelling good.
Yeah, one of my friends, Raisin Girl, she said Pimp always smells like he's about to get some pussy.
Well, there you go. That's how a person that's about to get some pussy has to smell.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they wouldn't be about to get some pussy.
I like to fuck with some of these because everybody's got haters, right?
Yeah.
And I like to fuck, like, well, they'll come on and say, Pimpmunk, you fat and ugly. I said, dude, I get more pussy by accident than you do on purpose. And it really pisses them off.
Well, the reason it pisses them off is because it's true.
It is true.
Yeah. In most of the cases, it is probably true. That you
and they don't understand that anybody can get laid. You just got to have skill sets.
That's a whole different conversation. Pim, I've tried to have this conversation. I spend a lot of time chilling in my Discord, talking to my fans, and there are a lot of young dudes.
Yeah.
Like 19 to fucking, maybe even younger. We got a couple of 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Young people. And I'm telling you, man, having this conversation with them is so hard because they feel like
they can't do nothing.
Yeah, they're unequipped or whatever the fuck to get laid, and they feel like, oh, no chick will ever come because I'm too awkward, I'm too this, I'm too that.
See, it's not the rule. Here's my rule, honestly: you find what you're good at, and you show that lady like me. I'm funny, right? I'm not a great looking dude, but I'm a funny guy. I'm also I'm a pretty tough guy, right?
Sure.
I don't want to be cocky or nothing, but so one thing I do is I make the women feel like they're safe. They feel protected, and I make them laugh, and then because laughter makes the pussies wet.
It's true.
Here's one thing that dudes don't realize. Well, a lot of the younger dudes, people that feel like they can't get laid or whatever, they're too ugly, they're too this, they're too that. Women have a different criteria than men do. They do not look at us how we look at them. They don't side. Now, I'm not saying that looks don't matter. They do to a certain extent.
But not as much to them.
For a certain type of chick is only going to date a dude that looks like he spends fucking 8 hours a day in the gym and fucking, all that shit.
Yes, sir.
But you got to put those on the shelf. There are women out there that are more interested in stability, like Pimpmunk was saying, protection, fun, the ability to make them laugh. The ability to talk to them and listen to them and have interesting conversations, the desire to go do things, like all of these things factor into whether a woman is attracted to you or not.
Yeah. And see, I've had I have a lot of women that come on here and we talk about this shit all the time. And one of the things is women are this is what Paul's saying. I do believe women aren't as physical as the physical looks only last a little bit with them. We pay way more attention to how people look than women do.
There are other layers that they're looking at when they're sizing up a mate that we're just looking at, like big tits, big ass, hips, you know what I mean? Birthing hips. Yeah, that's the one I want. They're looking at that. They're looking at that surface level, like, strong, big dick, big, good genes. But they're also looking at, damn, he's funny. Damn, he's stable and he doesn't look like a deadbeat. He's going to work along with me. He's confident.
Yeah, that's huge. Confidence.
Oh yeah, confidence is something that you just have to fake it till you make it. Because I'm not internally a super confident dude.
Yeah,
but I project it outwardly constantly.
Yep, that's what you got to do.
Oh yeah. So
I'm about to admit something that I never admitted before live.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. I am a very confident person.
Yeah,
the only person that I know that makes me feel unconfident when I'm around him is TJ Kirk.
Really?
That is the God's honest truth. I get a little nervous for some reason. I could probably whoop force it. It ain't nothing about fucking physical fighting or nothing. It's just I don't know what it is. I feel like I have no idea what it is.
Well, I'll tell you that we can explore it a little bit because as a dude that I spend a lot of time around TJ.
Yeah,
I am. Everybody that meets TJ for the first time goes through the same shit. And it's like, he's big, he's tall. It's been a part of his content. He's talked about it. You've seen him in pictures standing next to people and you're like, whoa, he's big.
Yeah.
But the first time you walk up on him, you're like,
big boy.
He just kind of looms over you a little taller than you thought he was going to be. And I'm a big guy. So are you, Pimpmunk?
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot, even 6'1", something like that. What are you?
You're about 6'1". I'm 6.
Yeah. We're around the same height. I'm not used to dudes walking up on me and me having to crane my neck up to say hi to him. You know what I mean? And that's a whole different thing. And then TJ himself puts off an intensity too. That when you first meet him, because here's the thing that I always hear about the first time they meet TJ. He's way quieter than I thought he was going to be.
Oh yeah, he's awkward too. He's very awkward.
Sure, yeah. He's not he very much projects that confidence in the same way that I do when I'm performing. And when you meet him in person, he's a very different dude. And I think that I'm kind of the same way. Once you get past, like when you meet me at first, I'm probably going to be like this. But once you get past that, I'm a different dude. I'm a way quieter, more contemplative dude. I don't spend the whole fucking day trying to make people laugh.
Of course.
But yeah, that TJ is a tough nut to crack at first.
I'm not trying to say that TJ wasn't nice to me or anything like that. He was always very. I mean, like I've said this a million times. I give the guy credit. I mean, TJ's the one that made me interested in making videos.
Yeah.
And the first time I met TJ was in LA with you at time, and he said something to me that actually made me feel good. I said something about making good videos. He said, "No, you make great videos," and that meant something to me.
Yeah.
Because, but I don't know. It's just sometimes TJ, just like you said, he's a weird nut. It's not that I get nervous because I'm not, I don't get nervous. It's just I don't know how to act around TJ. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
I think anyone who's been a public figure or like a content creator for a certain amount of time online, they kind of have to create a persona for themselves to feel more comfortable with interacting with an online audience, especially in real time. Yeah. So you kind of, play things up, you act a bit differently. You try to put it on up to 11 to give you the best that you can.
Yeah. And then see, I just did something that a lot of people are afraid to do, show vulnerability. I'm not afraid to, say where I'm vulnerable or not, because that, to me, that's strength. When you show
that is strength, Pimpmunk. You're right. It's true.
Now, really Paul makes me nervous in a whole different way because he's always looking at my penis area.
Well, I mean,
oh my God, Pimp.
I don't know if you heard about this, Pimpmunk, but I very recently came out as a bisexual man.
I heard about this.
And you and I shared that kiss, Pimpmunk, and I don't know if
that's what makes me angry, because I'm a straight dude, and you didn't tell me that you actually like dudes when you kissed me, so now I feel raped.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. # me too.
Yeah, I know, dude. The Me Too movement in real time.
You kind of cospied me, bro.
Yeah, I apologize for that, Pimpmunk. But I can assure you, Pimpmunk, I have a very, very narrow subset of dudes.
I know you're not attracted to me.
So
now I'm mad because you're not attracted to me.
It was for me what it was for you. Trust me.
It was amazing then.
Oh yeah, okay, thank God. we can
that's one of the funniest ones. And the one thing I do regret about that night is that I didn't do the comedy, but I was fucking drunk when you asked me.
Yeah. And well, we asked you before, Pimpmunk.
No, you didn't.
We did too.
No.
We did too, Pimpmunk.
I knew.
We did too, Pimpmunk.
You're wrong.
What, asked about the kiss? Or?
No, we do some stand. Maybe, or were you drunk early in the night?
I don't know.
Well, if you were, because I think we asked you that night, but it was early. It was before the show.
I don't. Honestly, I didn't think you did, but you may have did, and I just don't remember it.
Well,
but I do kind of regret it. But
I think you could have killed it up there, dude.
Yeah,
that audience was. I'm telling you, dude. At that first DP LA meetup, that was an electric.
It was a good night. That was a good night.
The whole crowd was nuts, and the show,
but
like
we tore it up too. Though we did our kiss, though.
We made it. We made it count. You know what I mean? We could have just gave a little peck or something and walked away from it. No, we went the full Monty, man. There was tongue, and there was
the music. It was the Unchained Melody playing. Which was my idea, by the way, because I thought that would be.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, and you put when you put your finger to my lips, that was.
It was beautiful. We shared a moment.
Afterwards was another funny part because this dude came up and was like, Pimpmunk, man, I just got here. How did the kiss go? And I was fucked up at this time. I said like this, and I grabbed him and I kissed him.
Wow.
Yeah. I also made out with this chick that night. Her husband was there, and when he went into the bar, me and her fucking made out.
Sounds like your boy as well, Pimp. Kissing dudes and chicks.
Yeah, dude. I was bisexual that
night. Let's see.
That was a great
Tommy from the Bronx. Has he kissed you?
Yeah, I kissed him.
Oh, shit, man.
And see, the thing about it is I may be the gayest straight man on the planet because I've kissed a lot of dudes.
Yeah, at least 3, right?
Well,
I think you're gonna tumble out of that bi closet right after me.
Who is the best?
Buddy,
Pimpmunk, who is the best?
The best what?
The best. Yeah, the best one that you kissed.
Oh, it's gotta be Paul, man.
Aw, that's sweet.
See, I am a good kisser though. I'm a sensitive give take type of a kisser, dude. You know, I let the ebb and flow of the kiss go where it is. But I'm telling you, I probably wasn't a great kisser when Tommy kissed me, because I'm telling you, you can probably attest to this, Pimpmunk.
Yeah.
Tommy just grabs you up, and it's like you're the chick, he's the dude, and he's about to plant one on you. And it's like, as a dude, your every instinct in you, like even me, is to go, nah, but not with Tommy. Yeah. I just melted into his arms, dude. And it's this tenderest like kiss. So for me, it was Tommy, because that was like
that gave for me.
I felt like I
was kissing a dude when I kissed Tommy.
Well, yeah, I felt like I was kissing a dude, but it was a tender dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is surprising for Tommy, you know?
Yeah, which is. You would expect that kiss to be overpowering, you know, but it was very tender and welcoming.
This is bothering me a lot. I don't know, dude. I feel uncomfortable right now.
I'm going to have to clip this moment. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
But I do believe that. I've been to a few of those meetups, and I think LA was the best one, in my opinion.
It was, like I said, it was the first big mainland DP meetup. I had just, I wasn't even a part of the show yet, really. Yeah. I was just kind of a guest there.
Well, it happened right after you became part of the show, right after. Because I was there.
I got hired.
They were talking about it.
Yeah. I got hired the night of the show, basically. So after the show is when I first had talks with the guys about signing a contract and coming on full time. And
yeah.
But it was just the energy in that place was fucking unreal.
Oh, it was crazy, man. It was fun. And goddamn, people just buying you drinks left and right. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just, and then the weed too was fucking insane. The crazy, like for me, like I hadn't been really out and about in LA with weed, so I didn't know how stringent the cops were and stuff. So there was this when I was there, as soon as I got there, there was a black guy there, and he pulls up on me and he goes, "Hey, Paul, whatever you want, man, I got this." And he shows me he's got this fat joint in his hand. And I'm like, "All right, man, all right." I said, "Let me, mill around, say hi to everybody, and then we'll step out in a minute. You know what I mean? We'll hit it up." He's like, all right, cool." So I did that, and the whole place filled up, and I made my rounds and shit. And I probably waited way longer than he wanted me to, but he found me later, and he's like, "Hey, Paul," he shows me the J again. I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's do that, man. Let's do that." So he's like, "Come on, man." So I follow him. Now I'm not thinking like I'm Paul, I'm on the show. Like 10% of this place is probably going to just follow wherever I go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Like they just one by one, those people found me out there, and two dudes sharing a joint became like 50 or 60 dudes standing around with this cloud of weed and all these pipes and joints and fucking vape pens being passed every which way. And it's really like on the right around the side of the building in full view of the street.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And a cop pulled up with his lights on and shit. And I'm like, fuck. And I felt responsible because I'm like, okay, let me go deal with this. But he didn't get out. He just pulled up and turned his lights on. So I walked over to the car and I bent down, and he had his window down. He's like, "You in charge of all this?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not really in charge, but I'm part of the show." And he was like, "Well, you need to move all these people inside. You can't, you know what I mean? Not this many people doing this. You just move them inside." Yeah. And I said, "Yes, sir, officer." You know what I mean? Like I was expecting a ticket or citations or whatever the fuck, and he was just like, "No."
Yeah, so this was before they went legal weed too, completely legal. I mean,
well, it was before they exactly. It was before they went full recreational in California. So, like I said, I didn't know what to expect, and the cops didn't give a fuck.
Nah,
you know what, dude? I'll say this about every DP and now DFF meetup that I've done: they are all soaked in weed, no matter where they are.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they're just no matter where they are. They're like, I was worried about the New Orleans one. I was like, man, it's gonna kind of suck not having weed, dude. Everybody had weed. I was like, oh, okay.
As it should be.
That was the most mild one I've been to, though, the New Orleans one.
And see, you and I, that just illustrates the difference between you and I, because to me, that one was had an edge to it. Like it wasn't like stomping crazy or anything, but the people that live down south have a different air about them, and that one had the aura of danger around it for me.
Well, there was a couple of there was one prick there.
I mean, there were a few pricks there.
Yeah, there was one dude he was trying to fight and shit.
Yeah, there was a dude that was trying to fight. There was a dude that chucked something off of that balcony at some point.
I think it was the same fucking dude.
Yeah.
I remember that though. Yeah, people were down below and he chucked something off the fucking thing. Yeah, it was crazy. People are crazy, man. I had a pimp gathering with Myrtle Beach. We all rented a house and it was like 11 people, and that was a cool experience because we had a lot of weed and a lot of booze.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's all went in on the price of a big old place or something.
Yeah, big old beach house. It was a beautiful house too.
And that's a really cool idea for like meeting with your fan base and stuff. That's
one of the chicks in the chat room right now, she came all the way from Norway.
Wow.
And, yeah,
that's a long way. That's cool. Well,
yeah,
that sounds
it was
chill.
a great experience. Yeah, and Landon, you know Landon, he was there, and Landon, he went all out. He bought like shit. I don't know how much booze he bought. It was a lot of money, and he bought like this one bottle of scotch that cost $200 fucking dollars.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a good time though. It was a good time.
You know that you're doing something right in your life if you have someone like Landon supporting you, because that guy he's awesome.
He's that dude right there. I would say he's my best friend.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy.
Oh, he's fucking awesome. He really is. He always when I go to the VidCons, he always comes out and takes me out to a fancy dinner and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I went to San Jose where he lives last year, and I got to do something on my bucket list. I got to go to Alcatraz.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, and that was pretty cool.
I got to go there as a kid, and my coolest memories of Alcatraz, though, when I was a kid, they used to have this thing called GATE back in school.
Yeah,
it was gifted and talented education, I think, is what it standed for. And they would do field trips. And one of the coolest field trips I ever got to take was I got to stay on a ship in San Francisco Harbor, just across from Alcatraz, called the Balclutha. It was an I think it's one of the oldest ships still in the water.
Okay.
And they treat you like a pirate crew, basically.
Sweet.
You bunk there. You all have jobs on the ship, and the job that I pulled was wheelman, which means at the end of the night, I was responsible for sitting at the wheel and watching. Yeah. And so it was a lot of long nights of watching the lighthouse at Alcatraz and thinking about Alcatraz. Dude, it was right there. You could hear it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Sweet.
It was great. I love that place, man. So you got to go there, and you got to doing the full tour, the B block, and all that shit.
Yeah, I got to do all that shit. It was really cool, and it's something that because my whole life been interested in the story, the escape and all that shit. And as I actually got on the water and thinking about the time it was when they escaped, it broke my theory that they survived, because I do not think they survived.
There's no fucking way. Yeah,
no fucking way. After seeing that water. And I know people say, well, people do it now. Yeah, but they got wetsuits, they got boats and shit there with them.
They aren't prisoners.
They're not barefoot and running from people that want to kill them. You know what I mean? Like,
and see, a lot of people don't realize that something they used to do in that prison. They used to make them take like really warm showers. So when they hit that water, the water would like put them in shock.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I mean, even if you're did you get to dip a toe in that bay?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh man, I tell you what, if you'd have felt it, you'd have pulled whatever you put in that bay, you'd have pulled it right back. It's like a sword. It's like ice, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you went in during the colder time of the year. Fuck, man.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you can just on the water, you can just feel the coolness of it.
Oh yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. It's really one of the stories that I remember the most. I was like, they would talk about on New Year's Eve, the prison would go completely silent, so they could hear the boats on the water's music, because sound travels on the water. So that the whole prison would go silent and they would listen to the music.
Yep,
it's just
that prison. Like, I know a lot of crazy, horrible shit happened there, but man, dude, that fucking there's just it has an aesthetic to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I actually got to meet one of the prisoners.
Oh yeah,
one of the actual last prisoners. He wrote a book. He was there signing his book and shit. So it was
cool.
Pretty cool experience. And I got laid on that trip too. That was pretty nice.
I
like getting laid.
That's just the cherry on top, right?
No, she didn't have a chair. She wasn't a virgin.
There's a story about Pimp that will forever be my favorite personal Pimpmunk moment yet, and I hope there are many more to come. I hope you and I cross paths many more times. But
yeah.
I don't know if I can tell it though.
I don't care.
All right, are you sure? Well, because it happened at the New Orleans meetup at that club that we all went to. And I ain't gonna tell nothing lewd because I didn't see nothing that was out of. I just want to make sure you're okay with.
You talking about me paying for pussy?
No,
I paid for pussy.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. Here's what happened, dude. So I'm not I don't really like strip clubs all that much. I'm cool going with them and chilling and watching the ladies dance and shit, but I don't know. It's not my thing. Ashley had never been to one. She wanted to go. So she was having a good time, and she ended up seeing this little chick that she thought was hot, and she wanted to do a lap dance. So I was like, cool. I bought her a lap dance with this chick, and we're on our way back. And that place had all these booths where the chicks would take you to shake their ass in your face and grind on you and shit. And I'm walking by these booths, and as I walk by one of them, I hear, hey. And I look over, and it's Pimp, and he's got this big old fat black ass in his lap.
Of course he does.
I'm not even looking at the girl because he's just radiating happiness. He's just got grinning from ear to ear.
Black girls.
And he goes, "Hey, Paul Zigo, what up?" And I was like, "Pimpmunk," you know what I mean? And that stripper looked at me like she wanted to rip my face off, and she said, "You are fucking me up. Get out of here."
You messed with her groove. Come on.
I know. And I was like, "Oh shit." Ooh.
She was about to get fucked and paid. So
see, that's what I'm saying. But that's I loved that, dude. You like that at that moment. You were the most Pimpmunk ever, dude. Just had a
Pimpmunk moment, yeah.
Just he was happier than a pig and shit. He was it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. You know,
I like my black girl.
That's his natural habitat, man.
Yeah,
yeah. I used to work in a strip club.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah, I love that
moment.
Yeah,
that moment made me like strip clubs for a minute. Because I liked that.
I like strip clubs. I do. And people are like, oh, you waste money. Fuck, it's fun.
Well, yeah.
For me, it is anyway. Pimpmunk fucked G-Man's mom. I did twice.
Whoa. Damn.
I don't know what the fuck.
Shit.
You stupid person.
Isn't G-Man's mom like a Muslim or something?
Is she? I didn't know that.
I think so, yeah.
A Muslim.
A Muslim.
A Muslim black lady. Did you hear about the Soldier Boy coming out with this video game console?
Oh my god! Yeah, what? I did see a little snippet of that.
Yeah, he apparently it's just a hack version of of the Switch and Nintendo stuff.
Oh my god!
But
I'm sure that won't invoke any copyright infringements or anything.
It says in addition to the Soldier game console, the rapper is selling handheld version Soldier Pods and Soldier Watch, a Soldier Pad, Soldier headphones, and Soldier Phone.
Seems like a last-ditch effort to try and get some money. Like, who knows about Soldier Boy or has talked about him for years?
Yeah, I don't know how many little soldiers are out there.
I know.
You know what I mean?
They're probably all in their 30s now or late 20s, man.
This looks like just an old Game Boy, really, don't it?
I mean, it looks kind of like somebody took one of those old Tiger handheld games and wrapped a Game Boy around it.
Kind of does. But apparently it's really cheap.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I bet the Soldier phone is not the best phone on the market. You know what I mean?
The phone is $199.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
That. Come on.
The
Soldier phone.
Handheld game. The little handheld game that I showed you is $99.99.
What?
Yeah, the handheld's $99, and the console itself is $149.99.
Seems like a waste of fucking money. Why is this even a news story? You got this off Twitter, right?
Yeah, it's on the.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Soulja Boy, dude.
Yeah, Soulja Boy. He's making a comeback, and now
Dude,
he's doing consoles.
If he wants to make some money, how about this, Soulja Boy? How about you make another song that becomes a hit instead of trying to like hope that. What do you think? Like, there's this horde of 13-year-old boys that are dying for Soulja Boy right now. And maybe there are. I mean, maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know. But...
That dude made enough money off that first album, though. God damn.
I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was. I didn't understand why he was ever popular. That shit sucked.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've gone through a weird little phase with rap music and shit where I've kind of embraced.
Oh yeah, man, you've got a problem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've got an issue. I did
this. Dude, like this time last year, I was right where you're at. Yeah. I was like, oh man, fuck this mumble rap bullshit, and I was making fun of Lil Pump, and here's what happened. I was listening to Lil Pump one day to make fun of it, because I was trying to come up with some lyrics and write a stupid song like in his style.
Yeah,
and I found myself grooving to that beat.
Oh my god.
The beat had, you know what I mean? When your booty starts to
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And so I started listening to some of his other music, and I found myself doing the same shit. The beats were good. Now the rapping over it is kind of intentionally shit. Yeah. But that's the point of this style of rapping. I'm not going to try and make a fan out of you. I'm just telling you.
I know you're not.
Oh shit, Marshall Manson finally shows up.
An hour late, but that's okay.
It's all right, dude.
Hey, buddy. What's up, man?
We're talking about mumble rap, Marshall.
Yeah, we're talking about mumble rap, Marshall.
I want to hear his hot take on it.
Oh, and is it true? I heard through the grapevine that you did not like Kamikaze.
Kamikaze?
The album, Eminem's latest album.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Dude, that was brilliant.
I don't know, man. I think I'm just, and this has no reflection on him or anybody that likes him. I think I'm just kind of done with Eminem. I think, like, sorry.
That hurt Pimpmunk, man. That struck into his soul.
I think that I'm not afraid generation, like I think it stabbed me, the heart of my Eminem love and killed it, because I don't know. I listened to that new album and it's better. I'll give it this. What I've heard off of it is better than the shit that I've heard in the last, 5 or 6 years from Eminem.
Namaste.
10 years. So it's better. But Eminem to me is still the Marshall Mathers EP, the Slim Shady LP. That's his fucking home base albums for me. And I'm an old fuddy-duddy now. I got gray hairs coming out of my ass.
He created something so amazing with the Marshall Mathers LP. It's hard to recreate something like that. It just really is.
You can't, yeah. But he's still out there, and he's still like. Here's the thing. My favorite thing that Eminem has done recently is take a giant shit all over that little piece of shit Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm so with you there. That little fucker tried to step up. He got murdered too. He stepped up and got murdered.
He absolutely did. He picked a fight that he could not win, and he got decimated.
Yeah, dude, because that fucking Kill Shot track was deadly.
Yes, man.
Like my hypothesis about what I thought went on there, did you, boss?
Oh no, it wasn't. RedEye seemed to think it was all set up.
I think that was a well-planned fucking money spinner, and they made a lot of fucking money.
Well, you're kind of right in the sense that MGK did that to boost his album sales, but it flopped. Like his album didn't even do well after that because everyone was like,
that new album, that fucking whatever they call it, that sucked. His music sucked.
That's the core of rap beef. Like that's been par for the course in rap forever. It's like a dude will hit out at a dude and expose some personal beef he has with him because he's trying to climb that guy. Mm-hmm. And whether the guy responds, that's a whole different level that it escalates to. And whether the guy that responds wins, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you're right in an extent, Red.
I can see that point of it being said. Because that's what it's kind of like the rap game is kind of, when you're beefing, it's kind of like a sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really like that. But the thing that got me about that whole situation is that Eminem, on every part of the song that MGK did, Eminem responded like you're supposed to and ripped it to pieces.
Yeah.
Like when MGK said, when your heroes become your rivals, Eminem said, when your fans become your haters. It was just brilliant.
Well, I mean, he fucked with the single best battle rapper that ever existed on the planet.
Exactly.
I mean, in that arena, there's nobody better than Eminem, and that's how he got good. He picked apart what you said. Eminem was a predator that waited for the prey to spring first. He wanted to let you give yourself enough rope to hang yourself with. So a lot of if he had to go first in rap battles, if you listen to some of his early rap battles that people taped, when he goes first, he throws out kind of just a like, it's good, but it's kind of like just a little appearance-based fuck you, because he just wants to hear what they have to say next. Because he knows in there's the gold. Whatever they say gets twisted back on them, and they have to eat it over and over.
He dissects what they say to him. Yep. It's brilliant. And he eats them alive. And look, and you can go back and watch interviews of like real rappers, like The Game, right? I watched an interview with The Game one time where he says, "You don't fuck with the white boy."
Right.
And they asked The Game, "What would you do if Eminem tried to start a beef with you?" He said, "I'd run."
There's more than just The Game saying shit like that. There's the whole rap game pretty much uniformly respects Eminem when it comes to beef.
Yeah,
they don't want to fuck with him. They know they can't win it
because there's nobody that does lyrics like he does. It's just nobody does it. And I can understand if you don't like some of the new albums. Some of the ones wouldn't. I think people expected too much from him, and so they shit on a lot of the stuff he did.
Yeah, I agree. And this happens a lot with me, and I kind of feel guilty about it. But I'm gonna just say it.
You should.
Sometimes when people get off the drugs, their music just stops appealing to me.
That's true. That's like a lot of fat comedians when they lose weight, they become unfunny.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but it's true.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's one of those things with me. Like, I don't know. 9 Inch Nails is the most glaring example of that to me. It's like
that's a good point.
Like there's a back in the day I worshipped the ground that fucking Trent Reznor walked on. Now I don't even buy their albums anymore. I don't even listen really because I just know it's.
Since you bring them up, I want to ask you a question. You know the song "Hurt," right? And Johnny Cash did. In my opinion, that was no longer a 9 Inch Nails song after Johnny Cash did it.
Well, I mean, I like both versions. I can see your preference for the Cash version. It certainly stood up against it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it's definitely recognized on its own. Like there are people now that don't know it's a 9 Inch Nails song and don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like Whitney and Dolly, right? I Always Love You. It was a Dolly Parton song, but then it became Whitney's song.
Exactly. Right. And most of the world thinks of it as exactly. So I think you're right. To a certain extent, I think that Cash's version of Hurt will live longer than the original, for sure.
It was just so haunting how he did it,
It was great. And it was at a time in his life where he's dying and he's, it's just.
It meant something.
Yeah. And he was just such a consummate performer. And when he.
Well, you're a Cash fan?
Yes. I won't claim to be like a dude that listens to Johnny Cash all the time. There's a time and a mood for Cash for me.
Absolutely.
So I'm that kind of Cash man. Like it don't happen all the time, but sometimes I just got to hear it. You know what I mean? And so I love that.
Somebody said in the chat room that Trent Reznor actually agrees that it was Johnny Cash's song. Well, I think that was just out of respect. I think that was probably out of respect because most, genres respect Johnny Cash. I mean, rappers fucking love Johnny Cash because he was, you think about it, dude. You know how Eminem got all the controversy for like the song Kim. Well, Johnny Cash was talking about killing women way before that. There's a song called Delia's Gone.
Well, one of the things, Johnny Cash was one of the progenitors of outlaw country.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a dude that lived that to a certain extent, and he knew the plight of people that were criminals and killers and rapists.
Yeah, he did concerts in prisons.
Exactly. And that's what made him credible with the entire musical community that springs up around the poorer sections, so hip hop and rap and R&B and all that stuff. That's why Johnny Cash was just revered in those circles, because he was a dude that reached out as a human to that level of humanity in a way that most people don't. Your pop princesses, your fucking boy bands, they're not going into Folsom Prison and doing a set,
there's something I've always said about you that I don't know if you've ever heard me say, but I always say you were a country boy born in California.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. Like, the part of California that I was born in is Central California, and it's farms as far as the fucking eye can see, and country music as far as the ear can hear. So,
because like me, I love all kinds of music. But everybody knows I'm a blues fanatic. Everybody thinks I'm a country guy, which is I like some country, but I'm a blues guy. Because I'm born in I was raised in Northeast Mississippi, right next to Memphis. And Memphis is like blues town.
Yeah, that's like one of the motherlands.
Yeah, so I mean, I was raised in blues, so. But
I got a lot of country growing up. I mean, there's still a country album that I'll fight you if you want to say it's a bad album, dude. "Rope in the Wind" by Garth Brooks is a goddamn brilliant album from start to finish, dude. I don't care who you are, dude.
Yeah.
You want to fight? Let's fight. Because Garth, like that album. I won't say nothing about Garth Brooks's later works, but that album, there's something about it, dude. It's got a certain fuck you about it that I like.
Yeah, the greatest country singer, in my opinion, is George fucking Jones.
Oh,
the possum.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great, old country, old outlaw country where these guys just didn't give a fuck and they were getting drunk and just fucking bitches in every little shithole town they played. You know what I mean?
They were outlaws. But you should outlaws. Like,
the music had heart to it. And then it just got corporatized and it got stripped of all of its love and all of its hate and all of its anger. And
it's pop now.
Right.
It's pop music.
And now
there's a few out there that's really good, like Chris Stapleton. That motherfucker's bad.
I mean, he's got a good voice and he's got a swag about him too. I ain't gonna argue with that.
But see, I think of him as a blues artist, not a country artist.
Because he's playing. I mean, he's definitely blues influenced. If you don't argue, you know what I mean, for sure. But I like that about it. There's a good blend to it. I hate it when people say there ain't no good music anymore. I'm just like, you lazy motherfucker.
Oh,
you gotta look for it.
When people say that. People have said that for decades. They'll say it until the end of time.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta look for it, but you do have to look for it, though.
You do have to dig a little harder for it than maybe you used to, but it's there. There's and there's probably more of it now than at any point in history, because everybody can put their songs up. You know what I mean?
With the internet, there's more independent artists than ever. Like, there's so much.
It's just like, you must be the fucking laziest, sourest motherfucker on the planet if you're actually gonna stand on that fucking hill and say every fucking music sucks now. Boo! Yeah. It's like, ugh.
Fuck you, you fucking snob.
Yeah, boring.
Well, yeah, it's just not played on the radio.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, radio music sucks now.
Fuck that.
I don't even listen to that shit.
When I was growing up, radio was cool. But I'm an old fucker, though. But when I was growing up, I remember calling in on them request shows and shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking play me some GNR, you know?
Yeah. I mean, do you remember, did you ever, where you were at, did you have something like, it was called The Box, where I was at, where you could watch music videos on the TV and you could call and pay like 59 cents or something and order a music video.
Yeah. You remember Friday night videos on NBC?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking great, man.
Yeah, dude. But the pre-internet times were kind of, I don't know. You ever miss them days?
I do, and I used to think I wouldn't, but as I get older, I do.
Yeah, I miss them days, man.
Because
sometimes,
it's back when before I knew all the bullshit of the world too. You know, it's like I didn't know that how mean people were, and shit like that. So.
I miss the simplicity of that, though, because there was a simplicity to not knowing the dirty mind of every sick fuck in the world,
exactly.
and having your own little insular community of friends that you all knew personally. You go shake their hand, or if they live distant, you write them a letter and get a letter back from them.
And you weren't immune. You weren't immune to because I remember I missed the times where if I seen something tragic, I just like, okay, it's something tragic.
Well, that dies with us. We're the last generation of people that remember that life. Like
I barely even know what that's like at all. So
yeah. When we croak, there's nobody around that remembers what it was like to write somebody a letter or call somebody on the phone. You know what I mean? And have that be the primary way you stay in touch with somebody is like.
Yeah, I remember rotary phones when I was real young.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, in the 80s, that's what we had. I used to dial. I know I could sit down and dial a rotary phone right now for you. I know exactly. And I bet if you put that in front of most people, they'd be like, huh?
These kids will never know the satisfaction of slamming down a rotary phone when you're pissed off at somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, that clang. Dude, that clang.
Yeah, now you got to do this shit when you're mad. It's not the same.
It's like, dude, we used to just ching. Man, it made a nice ring when you.
But the only thing is like when you're dialing a number and it's got a 9 in it and you have to, and you fucking misdial. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. Because you got to just hang up and start over, basically.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Bunny. Bunny says the opposite of me, Pim. She never knew how nice people could be before the internet. Oh, I've discovered a lot of beautiful things because of stuff.
Oh, sure.
It's a blessing and a curse, right?
Yeah, the internet is like the greatest invention of all time. It's also the worst invention of all time.
Yeah.
It's the definition of a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it
really is.
Now,
we live
one
in
of
a
the
weird
great things about the internet are dying with all this copyright shit. Like, copyright shit is ruining the fucking internet.
It's true. It's making it like cable has been, you know? It's trying to genericize it and make it something more corporate than it should be. The great thing about the internet, the best thing about it, I should say, is that it allowed people to express themselves.
Yeah, you know, I'm about to say that, like, Paul's like reminiscing about the things. Like, a lot of you young cats don't remember having to, like, jerk off to magazines.
I don't. Yeah. I never have.
I will tell you this though. I don't even think I could chub up to a magazine now.
Oh, no,
so it's like,
same.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like there's something to be said about the fact that I was that, you know, into the mystique of woman and shit. And now I've seen every which way. I've seen a woman flipped from every angle. Yeah. I've seen porn that, you know, any kind, like, you know, just machines fucking women and
animals.
You know what I mean? Like, so there's a certain mystique that was there when I was a younger person is gone forever, you know? And
I remember watching Soul Train and jerking off because it was like, you know, it was like the most porn thing I could watch.
Right.
I remember finding my dad's stash of VHS porn tapes for the first time when they were away. And it was like finding the fucking gold pot at the end of the fucking rainbow. It was just like, oh,
yeah,
fucking hell yeah, fucking
dude,
old school. It's like I remember I had to track that fucking thing because I swear to God, it must have been passed around all my dad's mates about 1,000 fucking times. It was worn out. This video, best video ever.
I think the thing that I miss the most about those days, that I reminisce hardest about, is not having to be 150% in contact with everybody that's ever met you 100% of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you're just at the beck and call of anybody that's got your fucking phone number. And that's, you know what I mean? And the fucking device. I hate cell phones. So I miss the day that wasn't a part of my life. And if somebody wanted to get a hold of me, they had to leave me a message and I just go to my machine and go bloop, you know, like
it's like your constant contact now. And the thing about that is, I know this has been said a million times. It seems like we're more disconnected though because of it.
Yeah, because people are more about like I stopped using Facebook because I figured out something because I was putting stuff out there and I was watching other people's things and I would engage with my friends' stuff, but I realized I was one of the only people really doing it at all. Mm-hmm. And I figured out why Facebook sucks. It's because it's become just about what you're putting out. Nobody pays attention to anybody else. It's just like, I put this out. Mm-hmm. Well, I put this out. Well, I put this out. Well, I put this out. Nobody's like, oh, hey, you put this out. That's cool. That doesn't happen on Facebook anymore because that doesn't get you any points. That doesn't get you any brownie points.
It's weird. It's really weird what we've become.
I think one notable thing is like the social interaction. People are getting worse and worse social skills as time goes on. That's one thing that the internet's done. It's made people impossible to fucking have a civil conversation.
That's a fucking hard conversation to have with young people though. It's hard to like because they don't like. Not all young people, obviously, are hampered by that. But here's something that I want to throw out there because it's being investigated. Like the uptick of diagnosed ASD is being investigated. And we really don't know. We don't know if it's just we misunderstood ASD and now we're better at discovering it. That's probably part of it. But there are theories that say that it's possibly exposure to these kind of devices and the internet at large that has an influence on the developing young mind that can lead to these kinds of autistic disorders.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true or not, but I think we ought to be pouring every dollar we can find, because I see everywhere I go in public, I see kids with these fucking phones in their hand, like in strollers.
Yeah.
What the
just
fuck?
Basking in the glow of this thing. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. I'm real anti cell phone and shit. And I might be remembered as like some dumbass that just didn't see the light, but I don't know.
Yeah, every toddler has a tablet now.
Oh, yeah. And they're obsessed with the phone, like the phone, the tablet, the games that they can play, watching YouTube. And it just develops as they get older. There's something a little more their speed. Yeah. But we don't know. Like, we used to have to learn those lessons by going out and getting our knees skinned up and shit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's weird to watch kids today because, you know, we used our imagination. We can go outside with a fucking stick and have a war.
Yeah, I mean, we're just old. You know, if you say that type of shit to them, though, you old fucks. Yeah, we'll kick a can around in the street.
And every generation says this about the new generation.
So I accept that, and you know, I just, you know, I guess I'm just becoming an old man. I'm starting to look at
the world,
kids, and how they value actual conversation versus just.
And now I'm gonna say, I'm gonna throw something out there. One thing really I have noticed now, I'm not saying all young folks, but respect for their elders and stuff like that. It's gone. Like being in a grocery store and there's an old person behind you with a few items and you have a basket full. Let the old person go before you.
Right.
In fact, if it's a little old lady and nobody's helping her, help her put that shit away.
Seriously.
Absolutely. This was just a couple of months ago. I was coming out of the store in the parking lot and I had a big old basket. And when I got back to the car, my mom said, "I love you so much." So what it was, I seen this little old lady with a basket full of stuff trying to put shit in her car. I put my basket aside, went over and put her stuff in her car for her.
That's a Pimpmunk thing to do, dude.
And little old ladies nowadays will look at you like you're Jesus if you do it, because they're just they live in a world where people don't do that no more.
Yeah, exactly. I was at a bus station, right, in Seattle, actually. So the bus station in Seattle, the bus station was full. There was this old woman standing up. I got up out my chair and let her sit down, and there was this dude across the thing. So you don't see that much no more. I said, "No, you didn't do it either."
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, it's true that.
I know this kid who was basically raised by YouTube, and he acts like in the real world the way people act on YouTube. And I've tried explaining to him. I'm like, dude, when you get older and you say that kind of shit to people, like, you're gonna get your fucking ass kicked if you just walk around talking like that.
And not only that, you're gonna get no job being if your method of interacting with people is memes and shit, you're gonna get no job anywhere. You're gonna be a shit bum the rest of your life if you don't learn how to finesse people and how to talk to people.
To be a YouTuber. I'm like, dude. It's
you're old enough. Great. It's great, but you can be a YouTuber without being disrespectful.
It's true.
Well,
I mean, also, you better stop. I think people should stop defining that as a job goal, because it's really not anymore.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell them. Like, it's especially when you're older, it's not going to be a viable job anymore.
Like, YouTuber is a thing still, but like to aspire to that, dude, you should be like, find whatever sub part of that appeals to you and be that, and start building your own thing. Maybe use YouTube, but don't be a YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a podcaster or a food blogger or a mukbang person or whatever it is you do, whatever float, or a Let's Player. Be that. Yeah. Don't be a YouTuber, because that's dead unless you're Jake Paul or somebody that's making high tier kids animation or some shit.
Or Paul's
There's two terms you shouldn't use to describe your potential career, and that's YouTuber or Twitch thought.
Yeah.
Just dead end career choices, kids. Just expand your horizons, stay at school and pay attention.
Use it
We're not saying don't express your content. We're not saying that by any means.
No.
Do that.
I'm saying, look, no. Let me say this. Use the tool. It's a tool, and it's one of the best tools right now to reach an audience.
Yeah.
Use the tool of YouTube to build an audience, but do not think of yourself as somebody that lives here, because they will fuck you over and out if you step one toe out of line. If you hair lip them in one way, if you're trying to make any kind of content that has heart or passion or intellect to it, they're going to fuck you over somehow. They're going to fuck you over. So don't be a YouTuber, be a podcaster, be a let's player, be a ranter, be a comedian, be whatever it is you are, and express yourself here, but be ready to hit the eject button.
Yeah.
Be ready, because it's coming for you too.
Yeah, because you will make the list.
Oh yeah. You'll be
For me, all YouTube is another platform like Facebook, Twitter to get the word out there. As someone who's starting up like a new show and everything like that, I don't rely on starting up something new, and I don't rely on any income from it, and I'm just going to expand my horizons because you need to have like diversity in where you host your content.
Yeah, basically be a creator, not a YouTuber.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Don't put yourself attached to one website, because they'll fuck you over eventually. All these big websites will.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, YouTube's the worst right now, man.
Oh yeah, they are. They really are.
Stephen Wojcicki is the devil.
Yeah, Stephen Wojcicki.
Stephen Wojcicki.
She's something else, man. It's crazy. I mean, I got kicked off here because of Kratom, because of hate speech, because bullying. It's weird. And the bullying video that I got suspended for was a video I did about Jacqueline Glenn, who liked the video.
That's the most insulting one to me, Pimpmunk, because you're anything but a bully. As far as I see it.
I've never seen Pimpmunk bully nobody.
I agree.
I'm the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah, ever in human history.
No, I actually
so fucked. Like the girl who, that's how I saw you first. The girl who gave you a start on YouTube, you do a video to her, and that's what fucks you.
I know.
That's
one of
fucking
them,
retarded.
and then the Kratom, and then the hate speech one, which was stupid.
The Kratom was the one that pissed me off the most. I couldn't read that shit.
Because I had a link in my description because they were sponsoring, and they kicked me off.
And it's legal in your state too.
Yeah, they consider it dangerous. Fuck them.
It'd been nice to know that before, taking out shit.
Instead of telling me to remove the link, I would remove the link.
I know, right? That would have been easy. They could have just done that, or they could have just removed the link automatically if they had an issue with it. Would have been easy.
Somebody said Bunny said the pimp is the real Jesus. I am Pimp is Christ.
Pimp is Christ.
Pimp is Christ, dude.
Yeah, Pimp is Christ. I'm writing a story. It's called Redneck. It's Redneck Religion.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have Chester Christ. And the Satan's gonna be Beelzebub.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Religion, dude.
And Joseph's Billy Joe. We got Mary Ann for Mary.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like it. Just retell the story of the Bible, but with rednecks.
Yeah, it's the redneck version of the Bible, man.
Yeah, I like it.
And then some dumbass is actually gonna believe it.
Yeah. Dude, you'll be the figurehead of the new redneck Christianity, dude.
Yeah, you'll be like the next Mormonism 100 years down the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the new Joseph Smith.
Yeah, you will, man.
Yeah.
Pimpmunk
Be
was
careful.
a prophet. Dum 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 dum.
I found scrolls in a barn.
Aliens are gonna find that shit and be like, "This is what human culture was really all about."
I was fucking my cousin in a pile of cow shit, and there was the scroll.
You know what aliens are seeing right now? And I'll just comment on Mike's comment in chat there. He said, first time he went to Macca's in 3 years, there's a kid using a computer, filming himself doing Fortnite dances, screaming about his channel. It was probably like 8. I hope the world ends soon. It's like, well, aliens are now just floating around and orbiting the planet, and they're watching these videos, and they are all agreeing with you, Mike. It's like, they're going to end it just like the Fortnite thing. It's like, please stop doing the Fortnite memes, kids. It's killing me.
It won't stop for a long time until they move on to some other game.
I've seen this happen in Paul's chat a lot. Someone will come in and be like, talk about Fortnite, man.
Ugh.
No.
It's like, no.
No.
I've never played it, and I never fucking will. There you go. I talked about Fortnite.
That's exactly how I respond. I'll never install that game. I don't care to. I don't care to know anything about it. Next.
I think my rule about flat Earth, I don't discuss flat Earth.
Oh, but no, we should revisit our flat Earth discussion right now, boss. What do you say?
Yeah, okay. The Earth is not flat. Boom.
I mean,
it's not fucking flat.
I think that 90% of the flat Earth community are trolls. So I think you're smarter than most people. You're just disengaging and saying, I'm not going to be trolled into the endless cyclical argument with somebody that's not willing to look at the obvious evidence in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously.
That's really what it is.
Worth it? I know. It's like
the big boys on YouTube, the big flat earthers, they are making a lot of fucking money at conferences and shit. Make no mistake, there is money to be made. And if you're one of the big proponents of this bullshit and you get enough fucking suckers to bite on your hook, you can fucking get a lot of money out of those stupid idiots per month. And we're talking, what was one of the what's old mate that went to the saw the dead body in the forest? He came as, I think it's flat earth too. It's like, of course you fucking moron, you, because your view count's probably dropping and you're trying to get some more fans. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, Earth's not flat. Fuck off.
Those dudes, man, those dudes are just so crazy. The Paul brothers, but I was reading that list yesterday. They're two of the top 10 money makers.
Oh yes. Oh.
And they're insipid too, dude. Their content is just like, dude, if these are the role models that kids are aspiring to be, the next generation is going to be just a bunch of douchebags, dude.
They'll be a bunch of just crops with Gatorade.
Because I'm sorry, dude. Like, one of the things that he does all the time that YouTube seems to like, because they're paying him a lot of money for it, is pranking people. I prank people. Look, I pull this prank, bro. Ah, woo. Dude, these kids are going to go out in the street and do this to somebody, and they're going to get their teeth knocked down the back of their throat.
Yeah.
They'll get shot.
They're going to learn real quick that there's a production going on and that these people sign waivers and shit, and there's actors and there's fucking YouTube fuckery and there's, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, like and that's a lot of these, like, I don't know, dude. There's just seems to be an inability amongst a lot of people to just have a fucking conversation these days. And that's worrisome. That's worrisome because, like, those are the people that are, you know what I mean? I used to talk like this back when I was fucking, maybe not at this level or about these things, but when I was 16 and shit, I used to sit and chill with my friends and talk and smoke weed and have a chat about the world and shit. And I developed, you know what I mean? That's how they don't do that no more. It's just nonsense and memes and bullshit.
People have gotten so tribalistic that it's impossible to have a civil dialogue at all.
Yeah, it's like you can't have a conversation. Let me snap find this real quick. No,
let's jump in the Wayback Machine. And when I was young, there was no internet. I didn't have a computer. I had a push bike though, and I lived on the Gold Coast in Australia, and there was a certain place called the Rock Slide, and it was basically where the water was flowing down this rock face. It formed a natural rock slide with this big wicked pool, and you'd get launched off it and fly through the fucking air, and you'd land in this fucking pretty small sort of moon pool type thing that was halfway down basically a small rock cliff. It was the most awesome thing, but catch was you had to ride about 30 kilometers there and 30 kilometers back, and you ride out there with your mates, and it's like an hour and a half push bike ride because it's windy mountainous roads. And what do you do on the way out there? You fucking talk. You talk about all sorts of shit. And I don't think kids get to do that this day because the world's a different place. It's a bit more dangerous. Kids are, they're protected more by their parents, and they don't do these long fucking bike rides compared to what we used to do because there's so much more traffic on the fucking road compared to 30 years ago.
But I don't know if you guys notice it in Australia, but here there's a whole different feel about neighborhoods and shit.
Yeah, you're right too. People never used to lock their doors.
Yeah. Like when I was a kid, you knew your neighbors, you knew your neighbors' kids, you were friends with your neighbors' kids. Now kids are like, nobody makes friends anymore. They're all inside, or like, I don't know. There's this like adversarial thing that happened at some point in a lot of these neighborhoods. Like the neighborhood my mom lives in. She's lived there since I was a kid, and since I was a teenager at least. And she knew all her neighbors, but all those people have died or moved away. And now she just she tries to reach out to her neighbors, but they ain't real interested in knowing her. And it's like, this is a good neighbor to have. This is a lady that'll have a stick of butter for you so you don't have to run, you know what I mean? But people don't do that shit no more. They don't go, you don't know your neighbors.
That happened recently. We were driving home, and like the school bus was dropping off all the local kids in the neighborhood. And there were all these kids getting off the bus that I've never seen before ever. I'm like, where the fuck did all these kids come from? I've lived here forever. I've never seen any of these kids.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know, dude. It's crazy.
I just punch kids.
You know, one thing about the whole neighborhood thing that you mentioned too is it takes a lot of the magic out of the holidays too, like Christmas and Halloween.
Oh yeah, and I love Christmas, man. Christmas.
I love Halloween. I like Christmas too, but you know,
Halloween is just bullshit now. Like I don't even participate anymore on it. Like I'll get candy so I can hand it out if I'm around, but I'd rather just go to like an adult party or some shit on Halloween.
Sure,
and
yeah.
So they call it. Somebody said this was the old folks podcast.
Yeah, it kind of.
We got some babies here. Me and Animancer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Me and Marshall.
And somebody pointed out earlier that when I made the comment about masturbating to Soul Train, Animancer and Marshall reacted.
Yeah.
Paul and RedEye was like, yeah.
Yeah, they were just completely unfazed. Yep, usual Pimpmunk, right?
No, I was just like, we did that too. When we were kids. Soul Train was awesome.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I get it though. To a certain extent, we are being kind of fuddy-duddies about it because this is the new way. You know what I mean? This is a new way shit happens. And,
it is, and you have to get used to it.
I mean, I definitely think there's a point to what you guys are saying, though. You know,
I don't think the working world has caught up with that way. So I think that this generation coming up, you know, now is going to face some pretty harsh realities when they hit it. But whatever, it ain't my job to shepherd them into the fucking. You know, I'm just an old fuck flapping my gums over here.
That's it. I'm getting out of the way. The kids can fuck it. It's their world now. I'm here for the rest of my ride, and I'm just going to order as many goddamn pizzas as I can before I drop dead.
That's what you gotta do, man.
I like that.
I'm still gonna make as much noise as I possibly can till the day I'm fucking dead.
Fucking A, man. Make some noise.
I'm gonna fart and burp. I can't wait till I'm like a really old dude in a nursing home. I'm gonna be the old guy that like pulls my shorts up and lets my nuts fall out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That will be you.
Why wait? That's what I say. Why wait?
Because they let old people do it without putting them into jail.
Yeah.
I go to jail now, but 20 years I won't go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your giant dick on Twitter. That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. Seriously.
It is. It's a lovable cock, man. I blew that some bitch too. I had to blow it up.
Dude, I gotta say, like, those videos you posted on Twitter, they made me a bit hot and bothered, you know? I mean, fuck.
Whoa, buddy.
You're a little gay guy.
Yeah, it was pretty steamy, I just gotta say, you know?
Well, that's too much information.
Steamy, dude.
Fuck. Yeah, steamy.
It made you hot and steamy. Does young people
steamy.
even say that?
Steamy, yeah, I don't know, dude.
That don't sound like something a young person would say these days.
Well, you don't know steamy, man? That's the hottest slang.
Yeah, dude, everyone says that these days.
What's the dopest slang right now? Hey, fellow kids, what's the dopest slang?
Oh, shit.
What's the hippest thing to say today, kids?
I don't know. I can't go anywhere without hearing some little fucker say lit. Which
Oh, no.
Or spicy. Oh, that's a spicy meme.
Oh, you know what they love to say these days is yeet. Have you guys heard that?
I
don't know what it is. I don't know what it even is.
Well, dude, here's the thing. My girlfriend's 25 and she yeeted me the other day, and I didn't know what to say. Like I didn't know because I've heard it before, but I'm not exactly sure what
yeet
is.
Like frozen, like just it doesn't compute.
I'd probably throat punch someone if they come at me and did that. I'd just punch them in the throat and run away.
Well, what does it mean? Somebody please explain that to me. What does it
someone
mean?
in the chat say does it even mean anything, or is it just a word that people fucking say just because it's a word that people think is funny? Like, yeet.
It's like aloha, I think. You kind of.
It's like aloha, yeah. No, yeah, it is like that. It is like.
Oh my
Yeet is aloha now. All right, yeet is a versatile word that can be used as an exclamation, a verb, or even a noun. As an exclamation, it can be used to express excitement, usually happily, but also nervously. It can also be used as an exclamation of victory. This is how it got used on me. Yeet.
Wow, you got yeeted on.
Or it's a battle cry or focus shout while throwing or hitting something. Kind of like hi-ya.
Really?
It's kind of like hi-ya.
Oh my god.
No.
In Australia, we say, if we throw something at someone, we say, cop this, you cunt, and then we throw it at their fucking head.
I like that better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I promise you that after this show, I will never say yeet again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, but if you did, though, see, here's the thing. If you don't say it, you're not hip. And if you did say it, you're trying to be hip.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't, man.
Yeah.
If you say it a year from now when it's out, then you're lame.
Well, that's probably when I'll use it because
I started calling because
I'm a drag, bro. I'm a total drag, bro.
Dude, hip, dude, hip is even a word that's not even like most people are like. What even is a hip?
Yeah, it's like radical, man. That's totally radical.
Yeah,
that's trendy.
Tubular, yeah, that's a good one.
Tubular.
Yeah,
all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle words, basically.
I remember when people tried to call people dirty for a long time. And it just didn't work.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
The rapper Nelly used to use it all the time. What's up, dirty? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. No, die.
Yeah, man, I don't get it. I'm still trying to figure out why people say woke.
Oh my god.
Woke, yeah. Dude.
Oh, yeah, another one similar to that they say is based. Have you heard that one before?
Based, I don't like, man. Based,
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about base. I think about basing, you know.
Basic is another one now, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
basic has a whole different term now. It's like a
basic bitch. Yeah.
Basic bitch. Yeah.
If you're basic. Yeah. So I'm hip. You know, I'm hip to some of the lingo that the street kids are using these days. You know,
I'm down with you, homie.
I'm not a total fuddy-duddy, fellow kids.
Well, you just said fuddy-duddy though.
I still skateboard.
Skateboard.
Oh God.
You mean you don't have the wheels on your shoes?
Man, I am so old that I remember when Tony Hawk was young and he was in Bones Brigade, the movie, the original one.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk he used to be young when I was young. That's how old I am. I'm fucking like Tony Hawk old now. That's frightening.
I just hope I live to see the day that a president eats.
Oh my goodness.
Trump's gonna do it his last day in office.
I want to see the president. I want to see the president do 1080 fucking McTwist. We want Tony Hawk for president.
Dude, what if Trump, because he's such a meme, what if he gets gaffled up in this investigation, has to, pull a Nixon and resign, and he's doing his walk up to the thing. You know how Nixon threw his hands up and did the peace sign?
Yeah.
I'm not a crook. Yeah, what if Trump yeets and then dabs?
Just to solidify himself as a living meme, man.
Yeah. A dabbing yeet is what we need from Trump.
He just says yeet and then he dabs a couple of times real quick and then backs slowly into the plane to never be seen again,
Yells out in the distance, I'm woke, motherfucker.
Have you got a president I'll go to take home with him? Oh God.
Oh man.
You heard it here first, folks, on the Morning Wood.
Yeah, dude, we covered a thing last night on our fucking flash fried thing, our news kind of coverage thing. That I don't know when it happened. It was when Trump signed the new NAFTA deal. And there's all these dignitaries, people that have to sign it are standing around, and he signed so what happens is when all these people have to sign an agreement between all these countries, right? They each have a copy and they each sign it once and then they pass it around. So each one of them has all their signatures, right? Trump signed every line.
Oh my fucking God.
He sat there and he signed his name to the top one and then kept signing his name. And as he's signing the third time, he looks over at Justin Trudeau and he goes, I wonder which one of these counts.
Oh my God.
Justin Trudeau looks at him and goes, we each sign a copy. And then he just stares off into space as Trump finishes signing his name 5 times. The man, you couldn't write that. If you put that in a movie, you'd be like, this is just a comedy movie. No president would ever do something so retarded as that. But we're living in that time.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Have you seen the footage where he gets off Air Force One and he walks down the limo, the presidential limo is right in front of him. He walks down the stairs and just turns 90 degrees and starts walking down the fucking runway or towards a hangar or something. And the fucking dude has to scuttle over and go, up, Mr. President, and basically turn him around and show him the fucking limo. It's like you had to see that. It's a big, huge fucking black stretch limo that's parked right at the base of the stairs of Air Force fucking One, you Nimrod. Why did you go past it?
One thing I've noticed about Trump too is that whenever he's doing interviews, it's always in front of a fucking airplane with the worst audio quality possible. Have you guys noticed that? Like he never gets out an interview in a good fucking location.
One of the dumbest, which is not the dumbest, but one is when he talked about voter ID and he said, "Well, if you have to have ID to buy cereal,
groceries
in a grocery store, you should have ID to vote." I'm like, really? You think you have to have ID to buy Cheerios?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, he's never had to do that, so he doesn't know how it actually works.
And that's the reason it still to this day fucking bumfuzzles me that the low paid poor white dude, acts like they can relate to Trump. He can't relate to you. He knows nothing what you've done. He knows your struggles at all.
Nope.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's true of a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, dude.
People act like he's different, though. That's the thing.
Some of them do come from humble means, though. There are politicians out there that started from the bottom. Now they're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Put a little drink out, didn't you?
Donnie started from fucking very small means. What was the loan he got off his dad? It was only $1 million, wasn't it?
Small
one.
But it was way more than that. Like the Washington Post just
too, and
the Washington Post just did a big old write up. Like he basically got cut in on the profits of the company at that point, and started working for the company and became this big mogul and had all this money. And he became adept at hiding money from taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a big investigation into whether the entire Trump organization might be built on just tax fraud.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like he's a total snake, dude. He's a total snake in the White House, and he's old as fuck and doesn't take care of himself. People that age, whoa. Pimpmunk, you all right there, buddy?
My fucking self.
Choking on his cheeseburger. Dude. He went.
It looked like a weasel bit you or something. I was
like, I dropped ashes on the desk, and I thought it was just pure ash.
Oh yeah,
fire to the motherfucker.
I thought you might have been bleeding out again, boss. You scared me there for a second.
Again this time. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take Q&A from the chat room for a few minutes.
Right,
and
send your donations. Give Pimpmunk money. Do it.
Please do it. If you enjoyed the show today, which I've had a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Good conversations.
One last thing about Trump. I think things are going to get very interesting for him in January once a certain bunch of Democrats flood into a certain place in Capitol Hill there, because then they'll have the numbers there to start pushing for other things. And there's a certain other gentleman that's got enough dirt. There's sort of talk that he's either going to grab the son-in-law. He's the next on the hit list to be arrested. The daughter, or one of the other family, one of the other sons. So stand by January. I think things are going to start getting very interesting for President Trump, and pressure will be applied from fucking all of these angles. And I think you might even see him walk away from the Oval Office. Maybe.
Well, here's a question. Speaking of that, do you guys think Trump will make it through the first term?
I'm doubtful now. After what's happened with the midterms, I think there might be enough pressure to get him to capitulate and to fuck off. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think Trump has it until the Democrats produce a viable candidate, because Trump's base will eat whatever shit they're fed.
The Democrats have not learned their fucking lesson. They're not going to produce a viable fucking Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know, though. This investigation, it took a pretty big turn recently.
That's true.
Michael Cohen flipping now is, sharing information with Mueller, and, all the little drips and drabs of information about that come out, say that Don Jr. might be the next target. I mean, he seems to be one of the things that people don't know about Mueller is he's the dude that brought down the Gambino crime family. He's the guy that got John Gotti, literally.
Oh, shit. He got the Teflon Don.
He did.
Holy shit.
This is the one dude in the world that you don't want digging around in your business if you've got shady shit going on. Yeah, and I'm saying there's been so many fucking indictments. He's prosecuting it just like a crime family. Starting at the low man, starting at the fucking campaign advisor and shit. And then he flips that. And then he flips, working his way up the food chain. Now he's got the fucking right-hand man. He's got the consigliere. The consigliere flipped.
That's it. And that dude had, what was it, 16 cell phones with just packed full of fucking call info. So, and the other thing too is the federal guy was sharing all of his stuff with the guy in New York in case Trump knocked him out of the job. The guy in the New York district attorney is is basically mirroring every single thing that the feds get is being dumped in that state office because Trump can't fuck with the state guys apparently. So that sort of gives them this backup of all the info. So even if Trump manages to shut down the federal investigation, the guys from New York go, well, guess what? We got it all, and they keep going at a state level and go after him. So
yeah.
I'll shut up about that now. Sorry,
I was just going to get a couple questions in there. Any updates on the DFF strike, Paul?
The strike?
Yeah.
We're going through the process of appeal. We don't really have all that many angles, but I know Scotty's on it, and he's good at this because he's dealt with it a billion fucking times. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. But right now, 3 months, we can't live stream.
There you go.
What a load of shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I want to read a couple of tips real quick from earlier. PT Ham gave 20 on Streamlabs. Have some fun, my dude. Appreciate it. $2 from Caruso. Goddamn, Paul's story was just too funny. I don't know which story he's talking about. And then I also got a $15 tip from Bird Flu.
Awesome.
Yeah, it said, what does it say here? Let me read it. Fuck it.
Thanks for supporting Pimp, guys.
Stay alert, stay safe. Morning, Pimp. Paul nods.
Oh, you said you had a goal?
Yeah.
Right? Well, how close? How are we doing on that? Not well?
Yeah, I'm finna add that up right quick.
Let's figure it out because I want to see how we did, man. How we get.
So 22 and 15 is 37. And yeah, it's 37.
37. Damn.
It's about halfway there. You guys should donate more and help Pimp.
Yeah.
47.
If you enjoyed
37. That was a minus. So Amazon took out some money.
Pimp is out here grinding. So if you had fun watching this and stuff, throw down a tip.
Help support the guy.
Man out.
Yeah, yes. It's small, humble stream goal, $70.
Yeah.
Humble.
If we make more, I will give RedEye a hand job.
Oh.
Damn.
Shit, what a gesture. Come on, people. Now you got to donate, right?
We really must be friends.
We're not.
That's real friendship right there.
Yeah.
I don't like that fucking dude, man. That's
Give him a bro job, man.
I have like really calloused hands, so it's gonna hurt him.
Just remember, it's not gay as long as we high five, just as a cum.
As long as you yell Jean-Claude Van Damme, it's never gay.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Absolutely.
It sure is, Marshall. Now come here and suck my dick. Do you think Pence will go down if Trump does?
I mean, it depends on whether Pence, was involved in the. I think he added on pretty late in the process, if I remember correctly. He wasn't. So there's a good chance that Pence is relatively clean from any bullshit.
And then that scares me because I don't want Pence in charge.
I don't want either of them, but I definitely
know. Sorry, I was just going to say Pence has registered a website and it's Pence 2020. So there's a contingency there just in case he's got the base covered. So just be aware that you might be seeing him run for the top job, which would be kind of frightening because he's a young earth creationist, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Pence would have a hard time winning, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to, unless the fucking Democrats really fumble the ball again and put up Hillary or similarly weak candidate,
They just announced Hillary's running again.
Yeah, Hillary's saying she wants to run again.
Why won't she just, I hate to say this about a human being, but why won't she just go ahead and croak?
Everyone wants her to fuck off. That's all we want. Just fuck.
Please, for Hillary. Just for that.
To the advancement of society at this point.
Because the only reason I say that is because she's not going to stop, and nobody wants her as president. She doesn't. She'd be a horrible president. She's not going to stop until she gets it. So that's really the only thing I have to hope for.
True.
Come on, Grim Reaper.
Yeah, bitch.
Isn't there an international aid agency she can go and work for and embezzle all their fucking money?
Again. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Anyway, I'm looking for questions here. We're going to be ending it pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Animancer.
Shit.
We need to make that stream go though, but we're not going to because they RedEye.
It's my fault.
If we don't, it's RedEye's fault.
Oh shit! You're putting a lot on RedEye here, man.
It ain't that much. Ever think we'll hear new music from Tool? Also, what are you guys' thought on their stuff?
I like Tool. I think they're working on a new album, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's as I've been told. So
they're working on one. Just fuck knows when it'll come out.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm not like a huge fan, or I don't hate them either. So it's
Yeah, Tool's music does not vex me at all. If I'm at a nightclub and it starts playing, it's like, oh, this nightclub doesn't fucking suck.
Yeah, yeah, they're all right. I don't hate them. I don't love them. I don't hate them.
Thinking of Hillary dying just introduced a scary thought into my head. They're gonna have like big ass funerals and ceremonies just like they did for HW, and everyone's gonna have to pretend like they give a shit about her.
Yeah, and their daughter's gonna
the
run.
media spectacle.
Oh no, not the daughter.
Yeah, the daughter's coming. The daughter's coming. Yeah.
You think she'll
Yeah,
run?
I think so.
Yeah, she'll run for the Senate soon.
We'll never be free.
The Clintons will always be there, just like the Bushes in some way.
Also, I'm supposed to be getting my channel back for live streaming this weekend.
Allegedly.
The 8th.
Awesome. I can't wait till it's John again.
Yeah, and I'll be back on the 8th. I'll be back off the 12th.
Shit.
But,
I reckon you won't be on till about February 2019 because YouTube will just like, we didn't do it. What was it? 2 weeks longer than it was supposed to be fucking switched. 3. Well, next it's a month next time. They're just getting lazier and lazier, the fuckers.
We've suspended your live streaming because you were smoking cigarettes, and that encourages bad health. So therefore, they'll get you for that one day. I guarantee it.
Oh, wouldn't doubt it none. Well, I'll tell you what. It's been a good show, Paul. Thank you for stopping by.
It's been a show.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. It's been fun.
I don't like you.
Back sometime. Yeah, I don't like you either, man.
You fucking suck, dude.
Drama.
You want to do the man dance, Pimpmunk?
We go out there and we'll shake it up.
You're gonna fucking shimmy?
You're shuck it.
Next meetup, sumo wrestling. You heard it here first, folks.
I'd rather not.
It would be badass.
Yeah,
but on a PlayStation, there's your get out of jail
There
free.
you go.
There you go. Yeah, I'd face down Pimpmunk there, but I'd rather not take a Pimpmunk fist to the face.
Oh, hold on.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
WWE game. Make some characters. You guys have got to fight now. That's it.
I think we probably have. Well, somebody's probably done it already.
Oh, I guarantee you people have.
I know I've seen a couple of me fighting people in WWE.
That needs to happen now. Just make me happy and someone make that happen and I'll be...
Why do people always ask that dumb question? You gonna kiss again?
Of course they are. Of course they are.
Yeah, of course. Next time it's fucking butt fucking on stage.
Oh shit, fuck.
Yeah.
Steamy live stream.
Next fundraiser goal, butt fuck on stage.
Yeah. For the anal disease of America, we're gonna do a fundraiser. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you so very much. Appreciate everybody for joining me. Remember, keep your wood up. We're going.